Welcome to this BVTV Sales Today SpotCast, coming to you from the UK studios of BizVision. I'm your host, Malcolm Gallagher. I deeply resonate with the message being brought to you by my guest of today. It's about what I refer to as human selling, delivering the honesty and trust that no fancy computer program can achieve. Come with me to Australia and meet the world's #1 authority of trust-based selling and the author of Unlock the Sales Games. Hello, Ari Galper.
Hi, Malcolm. How are you?
It's early for me, but late for you, isn't it? This is a wonderful thing that we can chat so easily, can't we?
And I'm sure your viewers are probably confused by the accent because it's an American accent, but I live in Australia. So I've been here for 20 years, if people don't know that, but I'm originally from California.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that's another time zone for me as well. Ari, let's get started on your trilogy of BVTV SpotCasts with a multi-layered question. Sorry about this, but multi-layered. What is trust-based selling? How is it different from current selling methods? What makes it successful? Oh, and what do you mean by unlock the game?
Okay, we'll go one at a time. Trust-based selling is the opposite of what you believe selling is supposed to be. It is contrarian, meaning there's no close, there's no chasing people, there's no pursuing. The whole mindset shift is you let go of the sale and you focus on trust building only. And that ironically doubles your ability to make more sales. That was the first part of what trust-based selling is. What was the other question after that?
I'm saying, what makes it successful then?
What makes it successful is that you're allowed to be more authentic with people. People trust you because they feel that resonate with you. You are focusing on their problems, not the solutions. I think in many cases, we're taught to pitch our solution and not focus on problem solving. This is about problem solving, almost like a doctor-patient relationship, where you diagnose the problem, not sell a prescription.
Yeah. And do you think that this approach also helps you get further into a company, deeper into a company, get its culture and so on?
Very much so, because the whole approach is walking into their world, leaving your world. So what I tell my clients is I say, fall out of love with your solution and fall in love with their problems. Because the more you resonate with people around their issues, the more they trust and like you and want to work with you.
Yeah. You see, often I find that people actually customers don't know they've got a problem. And this sort of conversational approach that you're talking about, then it must help them realize that problem easier than somebody saying, you've got a problem.
Well, in many cases, they might think they know what they want, but they don't actually know what they need. And so it's our job to take them down what I call down the iceberg, to unpack their surface level problems and understand, amplify the real issue so they themselves have clarity on their own problems.
Yeah. I like your iceberg analogy because it's the danger is below the water, of course, isn't it? Yes. And do you think that customers just tend to usually look at it above the water? Those are the problems that they are aware of, or that they're common problems.
Yes, because they see the world 180 degrees in a narrow channel. We on the outside see things 360 degrees. So they also want to be vulnerable. They don't want to open up and admit to you their real issues. They don't even trust you enough yet. So they only give you a few breadcrumbs to kind of chew on, get excited, but the real truth is beneath the surface, that you have to take them down that level where they trust you enough to tell you the truth.
Yeah. So first of all, the testing you is what you're really saying, isn't it?
Well, their guard's up. Their what I call sales armor is up and on around them to protect themselves from being sold. They don't want to be sold, you see. So they're basically playing a chess game with you to see if you're going to try to sell them something or not.
Yeah. I think it's really exciting there. But so then tell us, what do you mean by unlock the game?
Unlock the game means unlock the traditional sales game, meaning no longer have to chase what I call ghosts. People who say, yes, I'm interested, send me information, but never call you back.
Yeah.
No longer have to dehumanize yourself by having to play the numbers game anymore. All that stuff that we hate so much can now be unlocked into another place with somebody where it's all about trust and authenticity, not just the sale anymore.
Yeah, yeah. You always know that when somebody says, well, send me some information, that's just a plot to get rid of you, isn't it?
Correct. There's 3 agendas behind that. Get rid of you, shop you around, or not interested. Thing is, you don't know which one it is, but your goal is the truth, not the sale.
Yeah, yes, yeah. I've presented many buyer events, meet the buyer events there. And at the end of the day, when all the people attending the event have gone away and there's just the buyers left, you want to see how many pieces of information they leave behind,
Yes, exactly.
Just saying to somebody. But and also the interesting thing there, by the way, Ari, that I've done those events for 20 years. It's actually when somebody goes up to a buyer and asks questions about them, how the buying process is, what's the company doing, growing everything, that I've watched the buyers, suddenly start going, blah, 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 unwrapping because they're so fed of people trying to give them everything in 10 or 15 minutes. And
correct. People's guard are up now. They know a sales pitch at hello. And my argument is that the sale is now lost at hello, not the end of the process, but at the beginning, because we start the process with the typical model of trying to sell something. We haven't ever been trained how to build trust with people at hello. That's what we teach in our Unlock the Sales Game process.
Excellent. Yeah. Thanks, Ari. Now, let's remind our audience of your URL, your website address, which is obviously viewers. You can see it on the screen behind me. But for listeners, let me read this out. Now, it's all the W's, unlock the game, unlockthegame.com.au.
Or .com, either one. The .com works as well.
The .com works as well, right? You just like to add an AU on to remind us where you're in sunny Australia, don't they? So go to unlockthegame.com and get details of all the ways that Ari can help you be successful in selling. Now, Ari's book is called Unlock the Sales Game, New Trust-Based Selling Strategies to Finally Create Your Sales Breakthrough. Ari, what a great start you've given us to your trilogy. As I said in my opening, I'm totally with you on trust, and I suggest that anyone unlocking their sales game will also gain through more repeat orders and more referrals. Thanks, Ari.
You're welcome. Thank you.